Hello guys, welcome to Biotorial. This is Mansi Joshi back again with another video on ribosomal RNA, which is also known as rRNA. So in this video we shall learn about the structure and functions of ribosomal RNA. So guys, let's get started. So we have learned this in our lower classes that there is a cell. Okay, this is the cell, and it consists of many organelles like nucleus. Okay, and we also have mitochondria. We have Golgi apparatus, and we have vacuoles, lysosomes, etc. And apart from this, we see that inside a cell we also have endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, or it is also known as ER. So these endoplasmic reticulums are of two types. The first is rough endoplasmic reticulum and the second is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Now what is the difference between the rough and smooth endoplasmic reticulum? So here in this image you see that this particular section is of smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, so these small parts they have shown in the purple color are smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and here this section or these parts, these linings are rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, so on this rough endoplasmic reticulum, if you see it, observe it keenly, you see that there are these small dots present on each of them. Okay, and that makes it look like a bit rough kind of structure. Okay, the structure is bit rough, and here we see that the structure is bit smooth, so that is why they have named accordingly. And these small dots, they are nothing but known as the ribosome. Now we have learned that ribosomes are also some type of organelles. Okay, but they are circular in shape and they do not have any membrane. So they do not have membrane. Okay, but they are not specifically circular in structure. They have this kind of structure. Okay, there is a larger subunit and there is a smaller subunit. So how is this subunit formed? Larger and smaller, how are these subunits formed? There is a single strand of RNA which is intertwined into itself. Okay, it is folded and it forms the larger subunit. And similarly, another strand, it comes and it forms the smaller subunit. Okay, it coils and it folds and it forms smaller subunit. Okay, so this is how it is formed. Now let us understand about the structure and function in more detail. So these ribosomes are present inside the nucleolus. Now what is nucleolus? We know that we have a cell. Now inside a cell we have nucleus, which is the brain of this whole cell. All the information is here, right? Now inside this nucleus, at the center we have this small structure which is known as nucleolus. So inside this nucleolus, the small center structure, this RNA is produced. That is, ribosomal RNA is produced. Okay, and ribosomal RNA is most stable RNA. Why is it most stable RNA? Because it has to synthesize what? It has to synthesize proteins. Okay, so since it has to synthesize proteins, it has to stay very stable. Okay, if it itself is unstable, then it will not be able to synthesize the proteins inside the cell. Okay, now next point is that it comprises 80%. Okay, total RNA we have how much ever like we can consider mRNA, tRNA as well as this rRNA, but total 80% of RNA is comprised by this rRNA, that is ribosomal RNA. Now what are its functions? They are known as the protein factory of the cell. Okay, because they synthesize the proteins, we call it as the protein factory of cell. Just like as we call mitochondria the powerhouse of cell, we call ribosomes as protein factory. Whatever the proteins are made by the ribosome itself. Okay, now it forms the base for protein synthesis. Now how does it form the base for protein synthesis? It attaches the tRNA to the larger subunit. This is the larger subunit, so here the tRNA will come and here it will have the anticodon loop, and these are the other loops. Okay, 5' and 3'. Okay, so this is how the tRNA will come over here along with its anticodons, and here it is going to have the amino acid, appropriate amino acid attached. Okay, so the tRNA is going to be attached on the larger subunit, and mRNA, this blue strand that you see is mRNA, and it is attached on the smaller subunit. Okay, so the mRNA is going to be attached here, it is going to bring the codons, and the tRNA is going to bring the anticodons, and based on these anticodons it will also bring the amino acids. Okay, so here we can see that the amino acid is present, and here itself the chain of amino acid will be formed. Many amino acid one by one will come and link together, and thus giving rise to the protein formation. Okay, so this is how the whole process takes place. Now about this process we will learn it in another video, and right now you all can see that this is the actual structure of the ribosomal RNA. This is the larger subunit, and this is the smaller subunit. You all can see here the mRNA is going to be attached, and here the tRNA comes and gets attached along with its anticodon arm. Okay, so this is the original structure of ribosome. So guys, that's it for today's video. So now in another video we shall learn about transcription as well as the translation processes. So until then, like this video, subscribe to our channel, share our videos with your friends and family. Until then, this is Mansi Joshi signing off.